Keith. My name's Rick, and I'm the admissions director here at Stonebridge. I'm glad to be able to tell you about it today, and also glad that you're
Hi, Rick. I am very interested in the programs that you offer here at Stonebridge.
interested in learning more about it. Um, we have a 3-year curriculum that if you enroll and are accepted to the school, that you will begin this fall, and if you go full time, we'll finish it in the next 3 years.
Great. What are the specific courses that you offer here at Stonebridge?
Yes, since we are a seminary, one of the things that we focus on is preparing you to go and be able to work in a church or other religious institution once you get out of here. I definitely think that.
Great. I want to, in the future, set up my own church and run that. Is that a possibility?
Your time at Stonebridge will equip you to learn some things. And one of the nice things about our program here is we will partner you up with someone so that you will get some field education experience that should also help to that very end.
Oh, I see. Do you have any specific courses that are related to business or nonprofit organizations?
I'm glad you asked that because we did a survey recently and found out that that was one of the most needed parts of our curriculum. We found a lot of people were getting out of here and had good theoretical knowledge, but not good business and practical knowledge to do, I think, what you're alluding to. And so we've added that to our curriculum very recently.
Great, that's perfect for me.
Great. Yeah, we really, one of our goals is to the best of our ability, equip you for success once you get out of here.
Right, yes. I really want to learn about Presbyterian. My mom is a Presbyterian, and I really want to focus on something like that.
Oh, wonderful. I was wondering if you had any specific questions about the application process or the next steps ahead or anything else that I could help you with.
I'm curious, how much does it cost to um, for the 3 years? I did think it was 2 years of a program, but I was wrong. So, how much does it cost for 3 years of schooling here?
Right. Well, one of the nice things that we have pretty good endowments here, and so based on that, our total cost for you, if one question before that, will you be living in student housing while you're here?
Okay, I see. I live in a house, so I'll be commuting back and forth to school.
Okay. Oh, that's perfectly all right. I was going to add that into what the total cost, so you could expect that. But since you'll be living nearby and won't need to pay for student housing, your cost will just be the tuition, which is $2,000 a semester, plus your books. And your books average anywhere between $300 to $500 per semester as well.
Right, okay, I see. That's not bad.
It's not bad. And one of the other things is we have a partnership program as part of our school so that if you have a church that you're affiliated with who wants to sponsor you, they can pay for part of your tuition. And then what that does, if they sponsor you, they will cover 1/3 of your tuition. We match the other third. And so then you are only responsible for the remaining third overall.
I'm thinking about working at night full time. So is that a possibility that I can go to school full time as well?
You have a choice, um, and really the options before you are how um, how difficult you want to make the years ahead. For instance, we do offer many of the same classes at night that we offer during the day, and so you can work full time plus continue your full time education and finish within the 3 year period. But that can make it difficult because of the amount of time between full time work and full time education. So we also offer the option for you to take a 3 year curriculum, and we have plans to make that into a 4 year, 5 year, or 6 year curriculum if that makes it easier on you.
Yes, I teach at night at the college here. So I'm planning on taking classes during the daytime. So I will try to work at night and then go to class during the day. Is that okay?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that we can, given that we have flexibility when we offer our courses, I think we can make a plan specifically for you that'll work very well with what you're hoping to do.
That's wonderful. Wow. Do you have interpreting services here?
We have just uh, this year decided that that's something we need to look into. And so um, we do not have that available right now, but we've realized that this is a need. And to be honest with you, uh, we're I'm ashamed to admit that we have not offered that before now, but it is something that we're seeking, and we're actually looking with a couple of organizations locally that we can partner with to provide that for students.
That's wonderful. Very important for me to have a skilled interpreter to voice for me. It's very important that they're experienced and skilled.
I appreciate that, and I think that's I would agree because for you to get the most out of your education here, that would absolutely be a must. And so we could even we have I have two people that have been working on this project, and maybe after we're done, I could introduce you to them, and they could show you the companies that we're working with, and even the people they've made contact with, and perhaps. they would like your input into how we proceed.
That'd be wonderful. Great. I was also wondering about a professional note taker to sit by me and take notes for me in class. It's really hard for me to focus and watch the interpreter, watch the teacher, and try to take notes at the same time. Do you guys provide any services for that?
That's a great question. And one of the things that we actually require of all of our faculty is for them to give to every student a transcript of every lecture they give. And so you will be provided week after week. One of the things that part of your tuition covers a computer that we'll give you. And every semester that begins, every professor will give you a disc of transcripts for every lecture they'll give during the course. So you will actually have on your computer what they will be teaching. So you will have the notes provided in advance for you.
That's wonderful. Great. Very cool. The technologies these days are very advanced. I was wondering about online courses. Do you guys offer anything online classes to take so I can study at home?
We do. We offer what we call it here distance education learning, and that's available for people who even aren't locally available to take our courses, but our local students can take advantage of those. Now, we typically encourage the students to, if you're here locally, oftentimes the interaction that you will get by being in a classroom and being able to ask questions directly to a professor or to other students is invaluable. And so to take advantage of those all that you can, but you are permitted, and I'll give you a sheet afterwards that will have our website, and on there it'll show you the links to our courses for distance education, and you can take advantage of any of those. we offer distance education, which is online courses that actually, the way those courses work is you will see the curriculum, those discs that a professor would typically give to you, you will actually be able to download those offline with a key that you'll be given, and you will also then be given a DVD disc of the actual courses that you will use at your own convenience. And so some of it will be done at your computer and some of it will be online.
Yes, I understand that. I was also wondering, when I'm finished with classes and about to graduate, am I required to take some kind of comprehension test or write a thesis paper? Is there anything like that?
There's not a thesis that you have to write, but we do require, there are certain proficiency tests that every student must pass before they can actually graduate. And we typically encourage the students to start focusing on those during their final year, and we even give you some things to help you prepare to study for those comprehensive final exams.
That's great. So since I'm deaf and English is my second language, it takes me longer to read and write. Do you guys offer extended time for that test and other tests that I will take?
Absolutely, because we have many students here, even from foreign countries, who have English as their second language, and we do give extra time because we do understand that that may be necessary.
Okay, that's wonderful. Everything has just been so wonderful, and your program sounds very flexible. I'm just wondering now I'm curious, what are the next steps or what should we do next?
Well, the next step will be for you to complete your admissions packet application and get that to my office. And at the bottom of that application that you were given, there's an address that you can mail that into. We will process that, and then you will be put into our system. And then once your application is submitted, we'll invite you back and we'll check some references. We'll do a couple of interviews with you and allow you to ask any further questions at that time as well.
Okay, great. So once the interview is finished and you guys like me and I'm accepted into Stonebridge, what is the first course I should take?
I think the very first course that, if there's one that you shouldn't miss, particularly if you're going to be a part-time student, we have something that's called Introduction to Theological Studies. And that sets the groundwork for a lot of everything else that will be following that. And so if there's one course to start with, I'd start with that one.
Okay, I see. Very cool. After that, after taking that class, are the classes that I need to take, are they in sequence? Do I take them one before the other or are they random?
We do have that, and there's only a few wherein you have to meet certain prerequisites, particularly if you're going to study any of the languages, such as Greek or Hebrew or Aramaic. Those will definitely need to follow sequentially. But beyond that, most of our courses you can take as you would elect to.
Okay, I see. I really want to learn how to read and write in Greek and Hebrew and take those classes.
It's fascinating. When I attended seminary years ago, uh, I did well at Greek, but I didn't do well at Hebrew. But I enjoyed both of them.
I remember about 8 years ago, I went on a mission trip to Iowa, and there was a man there. I can't remember his name, but he translated the books into video. He was very skilled. I was very fascinated that he could translate the Greek and the books of NIV and King James. It was just so fascinating that he could translate all those.
And Yeah, I think that one of the things you'll find if you study either of the main languages, Greek or Hebrew here, that when you start opening up your Bible, it'll come alive to you in ways that it never did before, and it's very exciting.
Yes, right. I am curious. Here at Stonebridge, do you guys require which Bible do you require? The NIV or King James? Which one?
We actually let our students choose because even though that they will read differently, it's okay because each one of them will eventually, once you start studying the original languages, that's what you'll use more than anything else. And so up until then, we let the students bring whatever Bible they want.
Right. The New Testament is Greek, is that correct?
Right. For the New Testament, it's Greek, and for the Old Testament, it's Hebrew.
I understand that. Makes sense.
Keith, I'm very excited that you're interested in Stonebridge, and can tell even by your questions today that should you choose to come here, and if you're accepted, you'll add so much value to the student body here.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to it.
Great. Perhaps I can take you down and introduce you to some other people then, if you have some time.
Yes, I'd enjoy that very much. Thank you.
Okay, great. Well, let's go.